Hello everyone, welcome back to the Mopar Nationwide series here in season number 2. We are back ready to go racing here for race number 20 of the season. We're here at the Nashville Super Speedway for the running of the Federated Auto Parts 300. We got 30 laps to go around here, this nice track here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we want to announce, or I should say I am going to announce that we have one new driver in the series with the release of Blake Cooper from the 12 car. The new driver of the 12 is Joseph Lombard, aka N2SC or 4R if you know him, but I think everybody does. But he is now the new driver of the 12. He's starting mid-pack, and he's also, the 12 is sporting a new color on the car as well as some others. But like I said, the starting grid, they won't really change because the pictures aren't being taken anymore, but cars will change more often. But we have James McLeod on the pole today. He had a good run last week in New Hampshire, and he is looking to break through in this 87 car at Nimco Motorsports, trying to pick up his first career Mopar Nationwide Series victory. P2 London, a championship contender one season ago, not the same story today, in this season I should say, just trying to break through and get a victory. See Ryan Juke back in his regular hefty colors. That is Barney Ward on the outside of row 2 in the Mountain Dew Dark Berry paint scheme. Very nice paint scheme. We'll be running for a little bit because I actually love it a lot. You see Seth Cole, and that in the black car, the Shore Lodge car, that is Brody Vanta, not sporting Dollar General this week. It's kind of odd to see him in a black car, but he is starting 6th. And you see Trent Dunham, Jacob Rodriguez. The blue car, that is your winner from here earlier this season. That is Sean Henley, sporting new colors right there. And if you watch the, I think it's the Road America race or something, no, Montreal race, Alex Tagliano, whatever, drove that car, and then you see Lewis Gordon on the outside of him. We'll see where everybody is as we get ready for the command and the starting lineup for today's race, for race number 20 here at Nashville for the Federated Auto Parts 300 grid.
Just like I told these boys in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is just everybody carry their weight. We'll be just fine at the end of this thing.
And not a surprise, I missed the starting command again.
Bud.
But there goes the field rolling by, and here's your starting lineup for today's Federated Auto Parts 300 here at Nashville. Alrighty, here we go. Wait for the pace car to go off. And there was a look at your starting grid as James McLeod and P2 London will lead them down to the green flag. We go around here 30 laps around Nashville Super Speedway. The crowd is on their feet, or the blocks are on their feet, or if there's anybody there. The green flag is out anyway, and we're racing here at Nashville. James McLeod, like we documented, had a good run last week. I think he finished 6th. He ended up bouncing off the wall in the last lap, could not keep his car down, but he was still really pleased with the run he had and is looking to try to improve that finish, maybe about 5 positions so he can finish first. Try to get that win, but Ryan Juke took advantage and McLeod just slid up, reminiscence of last week, and Ryan Juke will lead lap 1. And Trent Dunn got put in the middle back there. Oh, look out. It's between Sean Henley and James McLeod. McLeod's starting to slip on the high side. Here comes Jacob Rodriguez down there. Thought the caution was out already. And Seth Cole is taking the lead with help from Sean Henley, his good buddy. Pushed him around Ryan Juke, and now Henley's going to go where he left off a few races ago here. The last time we were here, he's going to try to win again. He's going to the inside of Seth Cole. They're both up in the points too, and Seth will lead that lap. Seth's 10th in the standings. He needs every point he can to catch up. Sean Henley just passed him for the lead. Here comes Connor Breeden. Sean came in this race 7th in the standings, needing a lot of help to get up in the points. He is quite a ways back. Sean is 104 points back, but I mean, it can easily be made up by those other drivers struggling. And here comes Connor Breeden in the 6 car. He's working his way up with Jacob Rodriguez, and that is Jack Richards in the 5 car, sporting the Dick's Sporting Goods colors and sponsor. He's up in 5th place in car number 5. We're going to take a look in the back as Sean continues to lead. Cody Lamas is actually falling to the back. There's Jessica Lawrence. There is Aaron Williams, 3rd in the standings. He is struggling right now. He's behind Alexandra Jones. Well, yeah, I was about to say, I thought I messed up. And they're struggling right now. Jake Rogers, 8th in the standings back there as well. Jessica Lawrence is really struggling. I don't know what's wrong with her car. Usually see her at the front. You see some cars with a new look. There's Matthew McMurray. He's driving a Napa sponsored car. He's not the only Napa car though, but it's a different look for him for sure. Make sure I didn't skip anybody. Had a new look. Oh, they're getting Matthew Rodriguez. Got kicked to the high side 3 wide. Looking for cars we haven't documented about. There's James McLeod, posted. He is still gotten stuck on the high side. He cannot work his way to the bottom. Try to get by Charles Jackson to get down, but now Sean Galligan, who started last today, is trying to go around him as well. And you see there's Joseph Lombard right behind last week's winner, Matt Wells. Matt's not having a good start to this race. Oh, we got trouble. John Dillon. Oh, there goes Dylan Young. Oh, hard in the wall goes Mark George. Dylan Young. Matt Wells got a piece of it. I don't know if anybody else wrecked. Oh, they're still wrecking. John Dillon got wrecked. Ryan Acosta's in it. Matt Wells again. There's Joseph Bryan in it. Willow Livingston got a piece of it. There's Jake Rogers and Trent Dunham's in it. I don't know how Trent got in that wreck. Must have something happened to the at the front. They're racing back to the line. I have no idea who's leading. And leading to the line was Sean Henley, who was still way out there, but he probably didn't want to see that caution. Caution's out on John Dillon. A lot of damage to that Phoenix Racing 1 car. Really like that pace scheme. You can't really see it now. Joseph Bryant's also smoking. These drivers are done. Ryan Acosta smoking. Willow Livingston struggles continue for that 97 team. Trent Dunham has a lot of damage. I don't know if he's done though. We're waiting to see what happens. These drivers are pointing their pit stalls. The ones that are smoking are done. Trent is also done. Wow, I didn't expect that. Dylan Young continued on. There's Mark George, Matt Wells. Zohar Munn looks like he has a little bit of damage. There's Jake Rogers, 8th in the standings. He has some front end damage to that 81 Dodge. I don't know if anybody else had a piece of that. Oh, where's Brock Banter going? Look out. Well, he's supposed to be in 18th place. I think he got wrecked afterwards. That's what. Oh, Matthew McMurray has damage. I just noticed that up here. Where's McMurray at? There's Matthew McMurray. He has a lot of damage. Oh, Brock Banter, look out. Don't run over your brother. Trying to figure, I guess Brody and Brock are trying to figure out where they're supposed to be. It looks like Brock's in front of the 15, but there's a lot of damage to that Napa Toyota there. Documented there's another Napa Toyota in the field. Don't know where. There it is. There's Xavier Livingston in that one. I don't think anybody else's paint scheme changed. Well, there's the Ford Corey O'Malley driving tap out, and then there's Dylan Poteet with a Verizon paint scheme. I think that's all of them, but we're in a caution for the first time today. I've blabbered enough. Let's go see what happened as Sean Henley is the race leader as we go to the replay. Here's a battle mid-pack between John Dillon, Dylan Young, Mark George, and some others. They come into the corner here. I think they almost go 4 wide. Eric Burton really... Oh, he didn't really have a part of it. Mark George got into Dylan Young. Going to collect John Dillon. Eric Burton's going to turn Dylan Young. Look at Charles Jackson avoid that. Great job of him. Matt Wells had nowhere to go. Ran over Mark George. Joseph Lombard, I think, got a piece of the 8 car right there and ran down into Sean Galligan. They spin out and continue on, and then they wreck up here. Lombard's in the wall. I think he bounced off Galligan. They wreck way up here somewhere. You see Lombard, he just bounced off Galligan right there. He's going to hit the wall. Oh, and John Dillon and Trent Dunham had problems. I was wondering where Trent Dunham came in this. Oh! When John Dillon got bounced off of, when he got hooked by the 64, he went off on the apron, came up and clobbered Trent Dunham. They both get in the wall. They pile up here. There's so many different things going on. Will Livingston got hit. Aaron Williams and Alexandra Jones and Michael Causey and some others nearly avoided, as well as Matthew Rodriguez. There's where Jake Rogers hit Will Livingston. Joseph Bryan got his damage. Zohar Mine got hit by Matt Wells. Ryan Acosta, how did he get involved? I want to make sure I can see everybody that got involved in this wreck. Acosta, who had a good chance to win last week, got beat on a restart, or to the caution. He got beat to the line by Matt Wells, which probably cost him the race. Oh, he was the one that ran into John Dillon. Red Bell, I don't know how she got through that, but she's very lucky to get through that wreck. Carnage continues on. And another thing I didn't notice, here is Matthew McMurray. You want to see what happened to him? He was up here amongst the top 10. Brody Banter's under him. James McLeod to the outside. What happened? Oh, maybe it has to do with Brock Banta, because they're both back there. They're racing back to the line, and then... Oh! Let's see. Brody Banta squeezed Matthew McMurray up into Brock Banta, so brother and brother right there just caused a little bit of mayhem. Well, actually, Brody did. I don't think Brock will be happy when he finds out that was Brody's fault, not the 15 car's fault. Wonder what happened. That was a crazy wreck. We'll go find an onboard of somebody and see what they saw. We're going to go on board with the 38 car, Matthew Rodriguez. He had a pretty good view of this, and he avoided the wreck, so... And, yeah, the car's a little blurry on this track. Don't know why, but, we'll have to deal with that. But this is what Matthew saw, and he did a really good job, as well as Michael Causey right ahead of him. But this is what he saw unfold in front of him. Looked like the gates just opened for him right there to go through that last part of that wreck. But Matthew did a great job avoiding that wreck, and that's what happened. And we'll be back for the restart after this. And a lot of cars were taken out, and a lot of contenders as well. And we are back from the commercial break as Sean Henley is still your leader. Here are the drivers that dropped out of the race: Trent Dunham, Ryan Acosta, John Dillon, Willow Livingston, and Joseph Bryant are all out of the race. Everybody else that was involved in the wreck continued on, and here's your top 10 rundown before we go back for the restart with 20 laps to go. Sean Henley is your leader, Cody Hitchens second, Jacob Rodriguez third, Mike Becker fourth, Seth Cole fifth, P2 London sixth, Xavier Livingston seventh, Brian Duke eighth, Connor Breen ninth, and Danny Wells rounds out your top 10. Pace car is off, Sean Henley lead him back down, waiting for the restart, the green flag, and at the line we'll have 20 laps to go, and the yellow is lifted, and the green flag is out, and we're back racing. Henley got a great jump on Cody Hitchens. Looks like Henley's not wasting any time. He's going for win number 3 already of the season, and he's trying to sweep Nashville this season, which would be a huge accomplishment for this 30 team who is still trying to get back up in the point standings. Checking the back out. Matt Wells is very slow. I'm not even sure if he got in a wreck or something. There must have been something that happened. He's way off the pace. Got 3 wide of him. Matthew McMurray, like I expected, was going to fall to the back. A lot of damage to the back of that 15 car and the side. Tough break for Matthew McMurray. Trying to gain some points. 18th in the standings, not really going to help today. And there's our pole sitter, James McLeod. He cannot get off the top of the track. He's not going to be happy about his car. Just as soon as he got kicked up there, he cannot get back to the bottom. He's going to run out of time if he doesn't hurry up. Oh, I see smoke. Somebody wrecked. Oh, Jack Richards and Ryan Juke. Oh, now James McLeod's in a wreck. We got a wreck in the back. Oh, hard impact for Joseph Lombard. He just collided with James McLeod. Ryan Juke's in it, Alexander Jones, Brock Banta's in it. I think Dylan Young might have had a piece of it. Oh, that was a hard impact. 16's on pit road. I don't know if anybody else got involved in it. We're under caution again. Jack Richards, I don't know what happened to him. He got out of shape and he's continued on. Him and Ryan Juke or something happened. I don't even know. Sean Henley's still our leader. We're already under caution for the second time. We saw a couple of hard impacts right there, including the 12 car. That was, well, I don't even know exactly what happened, but looks like we're under caution again. Quick lead. It only lasted about a couple of laps, and I don't know who's on pit road. Lombard's on pit road. Wasn't the debut he was looking for, it looks like. He's not going to finish that well today. Brock Banta is very slow. Matt Wells came off pit road. I don't know what happened to the 16. He was very slow on that restart. He had all kinds of problems. Ryan Juke. There is James McLeod. We just talked about him. He's behind Alexandra Jones, both not in really good shape. McLeod, I only know you can see. McLeod got kicked to the high side, and he got in big time trouble getting stuck up there. And now his day's probably done. You see Brock Banta, he dropped out, the Kentucky winner. Alexandra Jones heading to pit road, and James McLeod is as well. Looks like Jones continue on, but McLeod will probably drop out as well as Joseph Lombard. Sean Henley's your leader, and we'll go back to see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day. Alright, well this is what happened. It's actually up, I think, right inside the top 10. Jack Richards has such a huge run on the bottom, he actually clears Ryan Juke and Zach Carlson. going to try to slide up in front of Carlson, but Carlson sticks his nose in between him and Seth Cole, and not enough room. Dylan Poche comes in as well. Carlson hooks Richards. He's going to spin right in front of Seth Cole. Danny Wells nearly goes by. Ryan Juke was the first one to hit him. They almost had it saved. Then Juke ran up into the points leader, Corey O'Malley, who hits the wall. Brock Banta gets into James McLeod, nowhere to go. Alexandra Jones. And here comes Joseph Lombard's incident right here. Wow. Hard impact for the 12 car. Aaron Williams nearly escaped, I think, as well. A couple of the contenders got through that wreck. Hard impact for some of these drivers. We'll go on board with Lombard and see what he saw. On board with the 12 car, and we'll see what he saw. We were going to watch James McLeod's, but his camera got knocked off from the wreck, so we cannot see it. So we're going to watch from Lombard instead, who had probably the hardest hit out of this wreck. He almost had to escape, and then Williams didn't help him out at all right there. Williams rubbed his door. A lot of damage to that Penske. He died. And these drivers will be taken out of this race. And we'll take you back for the restart right after this break. And we are back live here at Nashville. Sean Henley is still your leader. You see Matt Wells to the inside. On the restart, something happened. I don't know if he had a tire go down or something, but he dropped to the inside and went down to pit road. He slowed down a lot, but Matt is now a lap down. And you look from the running order, only 3 drivers dropped out of the race. James McLeod, the post hitter, not going to get the day he wanted. The Kentucky winner, Brock Banta, and the new rookie, Joseph Lombard, are all out of the race from damage that could not be repaired. And Sean Henley is continuing to be a leader. As last time by, we did complete the halfway point, so we were starting the second half of the race. We worked in lap 17 out of 30, as Sean Henley is your leader, with Cody Hitchens right behind him. We'll see what the lap car Matt Wells will play on this restart as we go green. Oh, and Sean Henley did not get going. Something's wrong with the 30. I think the 30 car might have missed a shift. The 30 car, Sean Henley, is very slow. I don't know what happened. He's still off the pace. He's really holding up everybody. Sean Henley might have broke a transmission. Very slow. And about right. Xavier Livingston, 30 car, going to pit road. Sean Henley has problems. The race leader who's dominated this race is off the pace. Wow. I did not see that coming. Sean Henley is definitely out of this race now. We'll have to find out what happens to him. And now the leader is Connor Breen, but here comes Dylan Poche to the inside with Jacob Rodriguez. We're going back and see him. There's a big gap now between 7th and 8th. Xavier Livingston, and there's Danny Wells. Has anything been updated on the 30 car? He's on pit road. The 30 car is sitting on pit road. Don't know what's wrong. Matt Wells actually got ahead of the leaders. I don't know how, but he did it. Dylan Poche's now the new leader. Nothing's been updated with the 30 car. As we got a battle for the lead, here comes Jacob Rodriguez. Oh, I think I just heard. Oh, nope, we're green. Thought I saw a wreck. I heard a wreck. So now we got some players up here at the front that have not really been competitive this season that are looking for a win. Jacob Rodriguez, Dylan Poche, Mike Becker, a new driver. He hasn't been here many races. Pichu London, Connor Breeden, there's Xavier Livingston, and Cody Hitchens. And now the yellow flag is out. I believe it is. And Matt Wells is going to get back on the lead lap. The caution is out. Oh, we've had another big wreck. Zohar Mutton's in it. Jessica Lawrence. Mark George might have had a piece of it. There's Barney Ward back here. I think he had a piece of it. There's Sean Galligan, Brody Banta. I don't see damage. Might be a little bit on the right side of Barney Ward's car. I don't know what Galligan got. Or Banta. There's Corey O'Malley. He's still surviving this race somehow. I really don't know what happened. There's Eric Burton. He's trying to get back in the line. There is Sean Henley. Henley is a lap down though, and I don't think he'll have a chance to get his lap back because we'll be under 10 laps to go. So very tough break for Sean Henley with the broken whatever it was. He might have had a tire going down, but he just did not go on that restart. And Matt Wells is going to be the beneficial of this caution. He's going to get back on the lead lap. There is Zohar with a lot of damage. And Dylan Poche finds himself leading this race, sporting his new Verizon colors for this car. Will Power kind of based theme for this car. So very nice to see him up front. But We are now at 10 laps to go, so there's going to be a shootout here at Nashville. As we got a bunch of new players at the front of the field. After problems for Sean Hindley, the dominant car today, with issues on the last restart, and we're under caution for the third time today. We're going to go check the replay and see what happened that involved Zohar Munn and others. Alright, multiple wrecks happened, so it's going to be kind of hard to get this to work. Barney Ward's racing with Jessica Lawrence and Sean Galligan. He's in the Turner Motorsports sandwich right here, and I think Lawrence is going to push up into Barney Ward. And yes, she does, and Barney Ward connects with her. Trying to turn her in the wall. Barney Ward's going to get the wall. Sean Galligan's in the wall. There's Mark George. He just got turned by Corey O'Malley. We'll have to go back and look at that in a second. They're going to keep spinning. Zohar, oh, he bounced up Matthew McMurray. He's going to clobber Jessica Lawrence in the rear. Hopefully nobody takes it the wrong way. Probably will, but anyway. Mark George hit the inside wall. We'll have to go back and see what happened to Mark. Man, I shouldn't have said that joke now. Mark George, he's very lucky he did not hit that opening in the wall. Very lucky. He was heading right for it. Looks like Corey O'Malley was the one that hooked Mark here. Turn him and send him for a ride as they're wrecking up ahead. Close call for Mark George here, definitely. Yeah, yikes. Smacks the wall. But the major wreck right there involved the 31, the 9. Zohar Munn clobbers Jessica Lawrence, and Lawrence is up there in the point standings. There's Galligan and Barney Ward 2-1. They just spun out, looks like. There's Mark George right there. Remember, Jessica Lawrence sticks in the standings. Had a couple of bad races out of the late. She's been falling like a rock in the standings, so this is going to really hurt her as well. But we're under caution again, and Dylan Poche is your leader. We'll take you back for the restart right after this. And whoa, Sean Hindley! What in the world? That was close. I don't think Sean was very happy. He just about took out the leader. I don't know if he's getting back on the lead lap there or not. I honestly don't know what just happened, but okay. But we'll be back for the restart now after this break. And we are back early from the commercial break. Red Bell has pulled it onto pit road. I don't know what happened to this 51 car, but the West Coast Chevy is on pit road and sitting in her pit stall. I didn't catch what exactly work was done. I don't know if there was a tire issue or she has internal problem with the car. Maybe an engine problem, transmission, something might be broken. But the pace car is going off just in time for the restart. And Dylan Poche, your leader. And Aaron Williams, I do not believe this. Aaron Williams is blown up again. Aaron Williams blew up last week in New Hampshire, and he's blowing up again. Oh my gosh. That is 2 weeks in a row the 21 car has blown something. It was a gearbox last week, and now it's a valve this week. And the 51 just broke a camshaft. That was a problem for Red Bell. Aaron Williams, 2 weeks in a row, mechanical issues. He's having Kyle Busch luck, even though he's not a Kyle Busch fan. Wow, that's going to shuffle up the points. Corey O'Malley has to be smiling right now, as Dylan Poche shot off to a huge lead in the 22 car. I don't know, Peachy London and Mike Becker racing too hard right now for second, letting Poche get away. Poche's the defending champion in the Mopar Nationwide Series, has really struggled this season. He's even considered dropping out of this ride just for the fact that he has struggled heavily. But he wants to try to finish out the season at least and try to get a win at least for this team, because they're way out of the picture now for the championship, it looks like. And they had his teammate Blake Cooper released because of the poor performance from his car as well. So Dylan could be on the hot seat as well at Penske Racing. With Lombard replacing Cooper, Dylan could be on the hot seat next if he doesn't have a good run. And now look who's moved into second place. Xavier Livingston with Eric Burton, and there is Danny Wells. Danny, who had probably the car to beat last week at New Hampshire, started on pole, was leading, got taken out by Michael Causey for the lead. Is up here trying to gain as many points he can. Whoa, 3 wide, look out. He was trying to get under the 99, but the 62 took his spot. And we've got 4 laps to go. Looking back a little bit, there is Luke Walker with Charles Jackson. They're in the top 10. Good run for them. There's Zach Carlson with Cody Lamas. Ooh, Michael Causey wasn't going to let Lamas get under him or stay there. Matthew Rodriguez is Lewis Gordon. There's Seth Cole looking for the points there. Oh, Corey O'Malley is 3 wide with Jack Richards and Sean Galligan. That's a very tight group of drivers right there. O'Malley just doesn't have the car today, looks like. He's struggling heavily. There's Barney Ward. He's not really recovered from the wreck either they were in. And Brody Vance is back there as well. And there is Sean Hindley, but there's nothing he can do. He's going to finish about where that is. I think he'll gain about 2 spots right there. Hindley's not going to make it 2 in a row here at Nashville today. He's in 31st right now. Right now, Dylan Poche is setting sail, leading this race. He has a huge lead. Wow. It's gotten a lot bigger, it looks like. Looks like Aaron Williams going to end up 32nd today. Red Bell will be 33rd. But Hindley did not going to gain that much on him. He's not going to. That lead is 1.7 seconds for Dylan Poche, who might be cruising to his first victory since last year, I believe at Watkins Glen. This is about the same time last year Dylan started shooting off and ended up in the point standings. He went to Kentucky and Watkins Glen, and he was not up there in the points. It looks like deja vu all over again. And maybe the Verizon colors is going to help him out. Xavier Livingston is now pulled away in second place solidly, as Dylan Poche will take the white flag. 1 lap to go for Poche. He has had a struggling season that has been documented, and he saw his teammate get released, so this is big. Let the caution was out for a minute. It's not. Dylan Poche has a huge lead. There's Xavier Livingston trying to run him down, but there's not much he can do when he's 1.6 seconds back. Dylan's going to try to come around and cruise around, and Dylan Poche is going to come off the final corner and take advantage of other drivers' issues, and Dylan Poche is going to come out of nowhere and win at Nashville Super Speedway. He takes the Federated Auto Parts 300. Dylan has returned to victory lane, and it almost took him a whole season to get back to victory lane, but Dylan has done what he needed to do. He's got his win. We'll see if that helped him out later on in the season. Congrats to Dylan, the whole Penske Racing team at 22 and all of them. Xavier Livingston's going to get a strong second place run. Maybe he should keep Napper on that car because he's run really well since he put that on today. Could be a start, maybe something good. Zach Carlson gets a strong 3rd. Cody Hitchens 4th. I don't know where 5th place is. Charles Jackson got 5th. Matthew Rodriguez 6th. Michael Crosby 7th. Pichu London 8th. Don't know who got 9th. Mike Becker 9th. And Seth Cole rounds out your top 10. So there's your finishing order. It's going to be very interesting what the points are going to look like. It's actually looking for Danny Wells. He ended up dropping down to 12th. Don't know what happened. He must have got shuffled at the end. He got behind his teammate, I guess, Connor Breeden as well, in 11th and 12th. And then Eric Burton, Lewis Gordon, Jacob Rodriguez, who was up there. He restarted about 2nd, I think, on that last restart, and he dropped down to the 15th position. You see Luke Walker, Cody Lamas, Corey O'Malley, the points leader, ended up 18th today. Matt Wells with a damaged car ended up 19th. I guess that car wasn't as damaged as we thought. That car was destroyed. He ends up 19th. That's a win-win for them from last week's winner. And Brody Banter rounds out your top 20. And then you see Galligan, Ward, Jack Richards, Jake Rogers, Alexander Jones, Mark George, Ryan Juke, Jessica Lawrence, 28th. And you see Dylan Young and Matthew Murray with the last cars on the lead lap. Sean Hindley, 1 lap down for whatever issue happened to that 30 car. The class of the field is going to end up 31st. Aaron Williams, another engine-related issue. He'll end up 32nd. Red Bell with a camshaft issue finished 33rd. And then the drivers that wrecked out of the race, Zohar Mutton, pole sitter James McLeod, Brock Banta, Joseph Lombard, Trent Dunham, Brian Acosta, John Dillon, Willow Livingston, and Joseph Bryant. So there's your results from Nashville as Dylan Poche picks up his first win of the season and his 3rd of his career. And congrats to that 22 team. As we go now to the post-race screen and show you the points and where we're going for round, wow, I just said that really country, for round 21. We'll see you then. And we are done. And our next race, unfortunately, will not be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Cannot fix schedule. So we were going to be going to O'Reilly Raceway Park, which is in Indianapolis. It's right next to it, but it's still good. Nice short track. That'll be our next race for the Kroger 200. And here's your point standings after race 20. Corey O'Malley has a 14-point lead over now Barney Ward, who is now 2nd in the standings. Barney was 2nd in the standings by 2 points, so he actually lost a little bit of ground. Danny Wells has worked his way to 3rd. Aaron Williams slips to 4th with the broken valve, I believe it was. Now I almost forgot. Brody Banta is he's actually 5th. He stayed 2 Jessica Lawrence, Sean Henley both had issues from Turner Motorsports. They retained their spots in the standings but lost some ground. Charles Jackson makes the jump around Jake Rogers for 8th. Rogers drops to 9th, and Seth Cole retains a spot in 10th. I'm actually looking down there, and I just noticed there's Michael Cody, Cody Lumbers, and there is Dylan Poche with that win. He jumps up to 13th in the standings, but he is really far back. But it's kind of looking like deja vu from last season, but we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Just notice he crept his way up there. Jack Richards, Brock Banter, Red Bell, John Dillon, Connor Breeden, Mark George, and Matthew McMurray is your top 20 in the standings. We'll go to 21st through the 40th position, which is kind of mixed up with not really that many full-time drivers now, because we've lost a lot of drivers. But you see some other drivers. So Zach Carlson got that 3rd place run. He really needed that. Pichu London got a good run. Xavier Livingston with a 2nd place finish. So we see some drivers, they're getting some good finishes finally. And just show the bottom, I guess. Bloop. So we have 50 drivers registered now. I hope we don't have to do that next season. Hopefully we have more solid drivers to do these races and all that. But there you go. That's what happens, and that's where everybody is. And we are now done for the weekend here at Nashville. I hope you guys enjoyed today's race, and I will see you guys next time at Raleigh Raceway Park for the Mopar Nationwide Series next stop for race 21. And stay tuned to the Mountain Dew Race Series and the now revived POR WC Gatorade Pro Series. Okay, if you're in that series, you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. Racing Auto Club is up, and I will see you guys next time.